All right, boys, you've been playing a few days. You kind of know how things work. You want to help more, but you don't know really how or what you're doing or like this video is going to help you. And this video will help even veteran players cuz I don't see a lot of veterans doing some of this stuff. So, make sure you stick around. I got a lot of little details in here that you don't want to miss. Hit that like and subscribe. It'll help out a lot. We're almost at 300, man. We cranked out last week. Yeah, we did good. We did good. Really happy with the community, guys. I want to welcome all the PS5 players too. They're rejuvenating the game. They're reviving it. It wasn't going anywhere, but it's good to have some fresh meat on the battlefield. All right, boys, let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the mobile command unit, or known as the MCU. This thing can change the battlefield, and if you're losing, get one of these out and put it on the front line. You're going to want to fill it with supplies, and when you come to the back of it, it's going to say deploy mobile command unit. I can't do it right now because I'm in the radius of this. But what that's going to do when you deploy this thing, it's going to allow every teammate to spawn on it. You want to deploy these things in the field, guys. These are mobile command units. Your whole team can spawn there. Server dependent on whether they get their default kit or not, but either or, even if you're not spawning with your loadout that you want, it's still pushing you up to the front line. These are major targets too. If you take down one of these mobile command units, you did something good for your team. This is like the #1 prize to get. So if you can find one of these, you win. But you want to hide these things too. You want to get them deep in the bushes and don't put them out in the open because people are looking for them. They kind of do have a little bit of a sound when you deploy them, but it's not too bad. Just turn your engine off, and you should be good to go. And then your whole team can spawn on you, and you can push those forward objectives. So yeah, that's what this thing's for. Use this, boys. All right, boys. The next thing I want to talk about is the radio backpack right here. Speaking of spawning in forward positions, this radio backpack right here is pretty OP. You get about 10 spawns on it. It's also server dependent. Game Master can change all that and how many supplies you actually carry with it. But if you're wearing this backpack, and you're the squad leader, anyone can spawn on you in your entire squad. So that's kind of crazy. They can spawn on you in the field. They can spawn on you in a vehicle. So as long as they're wearing it, then you'll get as many spawns as you want. But if this guy dies, then somebody else needs to get this backpack so his teammate can keep the spawns rolling in. Alternately, this backpack can be deployed. You just drop it on the ground, you look down at it, and deploy radio. Now what this does, well, I'm sorry, I can't deploy it right now because I'm in this base area. But if I go outside this base area, I can deploy it. What that does is allow you to just have a stationary spawn place. So that's kind of crazy. You can, but you don't get infinite spawns off it, but you still get enough, and you have to spawn with your default loadout. I know that kind of sucks, but if you're contesting an area, it's well worth it just to have a spawn point, outside the place you're trying to capture. Just hide this in the bushes or something. It also does make a sound, so people can find it. They'll hear like like a static radio sound when it's deployed. But yeah, you guys, start using these backpacks. Alternately, what I like to do is go in here, open up the trunk of the Humvee, put the radio backpack in the trunk of the Humvee or whatever vehicle you're taking. Then when you get to your spot, you can even do this in choppers. Then when you get to your spot, grab your backpack out real quick, drop it on the ground, and then just grab your kit out, and then deploy the radio. wherever you're going to be at, and then you got your spawn location, you still got your kit, and you're good to go. Another major tip on this, guys, and this goes into a lot with this game. A lot of servers have it to where you can't see yourself on the map. And I know this is frustrating, especially for your new PS5 guys. So what you want to do is open up your player menu, your group menu. Click on this group flag right here. Right? I like to go with the wavy because I'm a gunboat. And then I'll change it to private so nobody can join. And then I can use my spawn beacon as many times as I want. And nobody else is going to use the supplies from that radio backpack that I put down. It'll only be me spawning on it. You and your buddy can do this. He can get his own backpack. You can get your own backpack. And there's one more major benefit to doing this. Alright boys, here I am on IDZ multiplayer map. This is a really helpful server. If you guys want to play, everybody in here is going to help new players. Just search up IDZ in the search bar on multiplayer maps. So what I'm going to do is pull up my map. And if you change your squad flag, like I changed mine to the wavy symbol, you're going to see, your buddies are going to see where you're at. But it only shows the squad leader. See, these two guys are in their own squad. So you can see them separately. But this guy, Giovanni, he's got 5 people you can't even see on his squad. So if everybody just starts their own squad, you'll be able to see, your friends will be able to see where you're at. So like just do that, change your flag so you can be easily recognized, and this helps out a lot. The next thing I want to go over with the map is how to accept missions, and not only will this give you more XP, but it's going to signal to your team where you're going and where they're going. So if more people use this, it'll help the flow of the battlefield a lot more. It won't be as convoluted. All you have to do is click on this little flag right here and accept mission. See, I can go to that one, I can accept it, I can abandon it. But all you have to do is click on this flag. You can alternately do this in your objectives menu, but this is the easiest way to do it. These little white flags right here, you just click on them. Alright boys, another quick thing I wanted to go through is this living quarters here. There's a small living quarters and there's a large living quarters. Now these have a purpose. It's not only just a spawn point, but if you come up to this billboard, you can actually request AI personnel. Now you're limited to the amount you can spawn per base. So each base is allowed to have a certain amount. Now what I like to do is I like to get a fire team, but usually get 2 fire teams, and I like to spawn a medical support unit, and that's 2 guys, and then you're capped out for that base. See how I'm over my limit right here, or my budget is almost there on the bottom left. So watch that budget, and then as soon as these guys die, you can get more AI. But watch this, guys. Once you have them down on the ground and they're hired and placed, what you can do, I'm going to pop up the console controls right now, but you can recruit them. Alright, you can take control of them. You just got to get your middle of your screen right on them. Alright, now I got all these guys following me. What I like to do, it helps out the team though, is I like to leave them at the base to defend. And these guys will act like a security too. They'll be your security alarm. If somebody's sneaking up on your base, they'll start shooting at them. So if you're just hanging out, building, trying to run supplies, listen for those gunshots, and doing this is huge, guys. You want to start buying these, and you can do this at the rank of sergeant. All right, one more quick thing I wanted to show you guys is you can actually load these guys up into vehicles too. So sometimes it's buggy. I don't really get it, but I'll show you that here in a sec. There you go, boys. Get out. And they won't get out until the Jeep is fully stopped, which is unlike me. I jump out of moving vehicles all the time. Okay, boys, last thing. If you guys are new, don't spawn on these bases forward. Only spawn at the main operating base. Build your kit and then you can spawn wherever you want. But it costs so much materials, especially in the beginning of the game, if you guys are spawning forward. Like you want, unless you're defending and they're taking the base, try to spawn back at main operating base to make your loadout. It'll help the team out so much. So many people won't be having to run supplies, and just, yeah, just it'll help with the flow of everything, guys. All right, boys. I hope that video helped. If you got any questions, put them down in the comment section. I answer every comment that I get. So if I don't get your sub, at least hit that like for me, and we'll see you guys on the battlefield.
Oh, get out the chopper.
Yeah,
get out the chopper. Get out of the chopper.
Nice! You made it, dude.
Fuck. How the fuck do I make that?
I don't know, but that was fucking epic.